Nathan Porter, a struggling single father, starts receiving mysterious trading tips via anonymous texts that miraculously turn his life around, until one risky trade wipes out his entire fortune in minutes. Just as he begins to rebuild, the messages take a darker turn, demanding bizarre actions and cryptic obedience, with threats of devastating consequences. Torn between fear and desperation, Nathan uncovers chilling clues about the sender's identity, leading to a shocking revelation that ties to his haunting past. As his final trade spirals into a life-or-death gamble, Nathan must confront a terrifying truth that could save or destroy everything he loves. The stakes are unimaginable, and the end will leave you breathless. It was a cold, rainy night in Atlanta. Nathan Porter sat by the window of his tiny, rundown apartment, staring at his laptop screen. The flickering light from the screen reflected the storm raging inside him. Bills were piling up, and his 7-year-old daughter, Lily, was asleep in the next room. She had asked for pancakes earlier that evening, but all Nathan could afford was bread and butter. Nathan wasn't always broke. He had dreams once, big ones, of becoming a financial analyst. But life had other plans. His wife passed away in a car accident 3 years ago, leaving him with a mountain of hospital bills and a little girl to raise on his own. Now he worked as a cashier during the day and spent his nights trying to learn Forex trading online. The charts, candlesticks, and moving averages all blurred together, but he refused to give up. That night, as the rain lashed against the windows, Nathan's phone buzzed. It was an anonymous text, by euro to US dollar at 1.1200. Trust me, Nathan frowned. Who could be sending him this? He ignored it, thinking it was a scam. But the message gnawed at him. What if it was a sign? After an hour of debating with himself, he decided to take the trade. With trembling fingers, he placed a $100 trade, his last bit of savings. The next morning, Nathan woke up to a shock. His $100 had turned into $800 overnight. He stared at the screen, disbelief and hope battling in his chest. The next message came 2 days later. Sell pound sterling to Japanese yen at 154.30. Risk 10%. Nathan hesitated, then followed the advice. The trade was another success, turning his $800 into $2,400. For the first time in years, Nathan felt like he could breathe. He treated Lily to her favorite pancakes and promised her they'd soon move to a better home. But the messages kept coming, always anonymous, always correct. Nathan's account grew, and with it, his confidence. Soon, he quit his cashier job and focused solely on trading. By the third month, Nathan had turned his tiny savings into $50,000. He rented a better apartment in a quiet neighborhood and enrolled Lily in a good school. She had a room of her own now, with pink walls and a bed shaped like a castle. Seeing her smile made every sleepless night worth it. But the messages weren't all sunshine. One text read, by Australian dollar to US dollar at 0.7400. Use full margin. Nathan paused. Using full margin was risky. It meant betting all his money on one trade. But the anonymous sender hadn't been wrong yet. With sweaty palms, he placed the trade. Hours later, disaster struck. The market reversed unexpectedly, and Nathan's $50,000 vanished in seconds. He sat frozen, staring at the empty account balance. How would he tell Lily? That night, another text came. I told you to trust me. This is part of the process. Tomorrow, you will regain it all. Sell US dollar to Swiss franc at 0.9100. Nathan was furious. He typed back for the first time. Who are you? Why are you doing this to me? The reply was chilling. Do you want your life to change or not? Follow the trade. With no other choice, Nathan borrowed $5,000 from a friend and placed the trade. By morning, his account had ballooned to $70,000. Relief washed over him, but a seed of doubt had been planted. Who is this person? Nathan's life continued to improve. He bought a car, paid off debts, and began saving for Lily's future. But the texts were becoming stranger. One message read, donate $10,000 to St. Mary's Shelter tonight. Do not ask why. Nathan hesitated. He needed that money for Lily, but something compelled him to obey. He drove to the shelter and handed over the check. The gratitude in the director's eyes made him feel good, but he couldn't shake the feeling that he was being manipulated. The trades continued, each one bigger than the last. Nathan's account reached $200,000, then $500,000. He was living a dream he hadn't dared to dream. But the better his life got, the more the texts began to demand of him. One night, the message came. Transfer $50,000 to this account immediately. Attached was a bank account number. Nathan's hands shook. This wasn't trading anymore. This felt like extortion. He typed back, "I won't do it. Leave me alone." The reply came instantly. "If you don't, you will lose everything by morning." Nathan didn't sleep that night. He didn't send the money, and by dawn, his worst fears came true. The market crashed, and his trades plummeted. His $500,000 was reduced to $2,000 in minutes. He stared at the screen, heartbroken. A message buzzed on his phone. "You should have listened. Now you must start over." Nathan threw his phone across the room. Who is this person to play with his life? The weeks that followed were brutal. Nathan tried trading on his own, but failed miserably. He was losing what little money he had left. Lily noticed her dad's stress and tried to cheer him up, but Nathan couldn't fake a smile. Then, one evening, another message arrived. "Your last chance. Buy XAU/USD at 1920. Risk 50%. If you fail, I will leave you forever." Nathan's chest tightened. Should he risk it all again? He stared at Lily's picture on the wall and decided to take the plunge. The trade was slow to move. Hours turned into days. Nathan barely slept, barely ate. When the price finally skyrocketed, his account exploded to $1.5 million. He had won it all back, and more. Another message came. "Congratulations. You're free now. Spend wisely." Nathan typed back. "Who are you? Why did you help me?" This time, there was no reply. Nathan used the money to buy a house, secure Lily's education, and invest in long-term opportunities. He never heard from the mysterious sender again. But every time he saw a Forex chart, he remembered the storm that changed his life. Was it fate? A guardian angel? He would never know. All he knew was that he had gone from rags to riches, and he wasn't going back. Trading can be a powerful tool to change your life, but as Nathan Porter learned, it can also become a double-edged sword. His story is a testament to the highs and lows of trading, and the critical lessons every trader must remember. Nathan blindly followed anonymous tips because they worked for a while. But in trading, blind trust can lead to blind losses. Always do your research, trust your analysis, and question every signal you receive, no matter how reliable it seems. As Nathan's wins grew, so did his ego. He stopped questioning the strategy and started believing he was invincible. Remember, markets are unpredictable. Stay humble, stick to your plan, and avoid over-leveraging, even when you're on a winning streak. Trading is a powerful tool that can transform lives, but it demands discipline, caution, and self-awareness. Nathan's story reminds us to never rely blindly on external sources, no matter how accurate they seem. Always verify the information and trust your analysis. Risk management is key. Never invest more than you can afford to lose, and avoid emotional decisions driven by desperation or greed. Diversify your strategies and focus on long-term growth instead of chasing quick wins that could lead to devastating losses. Most importantly, maintain balance in life. Financial success means little if it comes at the cost of your peace and the people you love. Share your thoughts on this story in the comments section, and do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel for more updates on this story and more.